Now, I think the one big thing that Episode 9 really has going for itself right now is how J.J. Abrams is not only going to connect it to the prequels and the originals, but also will be connecting it to Star Wars Rebels, the hit animated TV series that was actually ran by Dave Filoni. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing I will say that I'm really excited to see in this movie is exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize the whole entire aspect of Episode 9 that connects to the prequels, the originals, and even Star Wars Rebels material in this movie in order to really bring things full circle. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Ezra Bridger in Episode 9 and a big hint of him being in the movie. Specifically, a description of one of the final battles in the third act of the film on a large battlefield with a tall First Order building in the background, firing large laser turrets. It's described to be a scene based on the beach of Normandy. The next goes over a character in his 50s, codenamed EB, with long black wavy hair and a goatee. It's said that this character is holding a lightsaber hilt and a blaster in each hand. It's described to be a battle in which all beings around the galaxy unite to stand against the First Order threat, as well as another threat from the beyond. The outfit the character codenamed EB is said to be wearing consists of a green vest, black shirt, and gray pants. It's said that he is fighting alongside Maz Kanata and her band of pirates on the battlefield. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this for Episode 9 and as to why I think that this is a brilliant thing for this movie. Now, first things first, the character being codenamed EB, we've been going over this for a couple of months now. It's pretty apparent that this EB character is most definitely codenamed for, of course, the character of Ezra Bridger, based on the character of Ezra Bridger. So with that being said, we also know that J.J. Abrams had a lot of different discussions with Dave Filoni while he was filming Episode 9, and even while he was writing the script of Episode 9, so you can really see how all the dots are starting to connect with this movie. Now with that being said, when we examine Episode 9 as a movie, we really do know that J.J. Abrams is going all out with this film, and that it's going to be a longer Star Wars movie than the usual movie that we have seen in the Skywalker saga. Will it be the longest of the actual Skywalker saga is a huge question open on the table for discussion, or is it going to be in or around the same of The Last Jedi? That's a big question for sure. So when we look at Star Wars as a whole, we do know that JJ is really trying to bring things full circle. We also know that the main point of this movie is to essentially get everybody from around the entire galaxy, recruit everybody from all different regions of the galaxy to team up and go up against Supreme Leader Ren and the First Order, as well as this new threat in this movie that will also interrupt the fight between the two. So with that being said, it also makes sense as to why Ezra would be in this movie, because we know that one of the big missions that is being led by Leia, Maz Kanata, Rose, Rey, and Finn and Poe is of course recruiting all different people around the galaxy to really band together and fight against the First Order and take them down. And honestly, I really do enjoy that kind of plot, how they're gonna get people from sides of the galaxy that perhaps we have never seen before in a Star Wars movie. The Unknown Regions is a great example. Now, what is the Beyond? We also know that a new threat is going to be a part of this movie. That's another question for sure. We're not quite sure about that. But as far as this character, he's actually said to be in his 50s, which makes sense, because Luke Skywalker, I believe, is in around the age of 56 years old in the events of The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi. So, with that being said, we also know that Ezra Bridger, I believe, was born a day before or after, or a year before or after of Luke Skywalker, right around that time frame. So they're around the same exact age, if not the same age, and it also does line directly up with this. Now, the other thing being is how this character is wielding both a lightsaber hilt and, of course, a blaster in each hand, going up against all of the different First Order stormtroopers on the battlefield that is based after the beach of Normandy. And by the way, I really like how this film is having a lot of inspirational pieces from World War II, Vietnam. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the whole entire other side of the story in the first act of the movie is going to have a lot of Vietnam inspirational pieces when it comes to, of course, you know, characters like Finn, Poe, and Dominic Monaghan's character in the very beginning of the movie will have a lot of Vietnam elements to it, and I think that's a great thing. I like how this movie has a lot of war inspirations from what we, as people, have actually gone through in the past, decades or so. So, when we look at Episode 9, you can see that JJ is trying to do what George did. George, obviously, the original trilogy was modeled after World War I and World War II and other aspects as well, and other different wars in the past. So with that being said, guys, what do you think about all of this below in the comments? And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.